Section 8, otherwise known as the Housing Choice Voucher Program, may be undergoing a major change and allowing some options. Cold hard cash instead of a voucher. Does that sound a little appealing? Yeah, I totally agree with you, and would be a much better option for a lot of people versus a voucher that you can't always use. Either way, I have the details and the full breakdown for you here in the video, as well as what may be changing with this very valuable program for well over 5 million people all across the country. Let's get into it and discuss the details. First off, can I ask a huge favor of you? If you haven't done so, please make sure to like the video with the big thumbs up button right down below. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Also, please make sure to subscribe to the channel as well with the big subscribe button right down below the video. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Totally free to do so. Always has been and always will be. Thank you so much for your support, and let's talk through the details. All right, so the very popular Section 8 program, like I said, otherwise known as Housing Choice Voucher Program, which is the new technical name of the Section 8 program, but this is an absolute disaster. I know I've talked to a lot of you here in the community, and I have some videos here on the channel talking about this, and it's nuts. I've seen comments down below in other videos. It takes years and years and years to potentially get a place or to potentially be approved for this program to get a place. And then once you have a voucher, a lot of times you may not even be able to use it. In fact, according to the statistics, about 40% of vouchers that are granted are not even used. In other words, they can't even find a place. The person who has a voucher, great, you have a voucher, but you may not be able to use it. So this is a major, major problem, and they know it as well, which, by the way, there's about 5 million people all across the country that are currently utilizing this program, which is really nice. But here's the thing. There's way more than 5 million that actually need assistance through this housing program for low-income people. But here's the thing. They're floating this idea, and originally this was brought up way back in the 70s. But as you can see there, this is an idea where they're talking about maybe rather than having this voucher program, we should just be allowing these individuals who are qualified for the program to just get a monthly stipend, cash payments from the program, and then they can use this to basically pay their own rent and, use it for maybe possibly other expenses and things like that. In fact, there are pilot programs that are going on all across the country. In fact, most notably in Philadelphia, where they have a program, they're allowing cash payments to 300 renters rather than the Section 8 or the Housing Choice Voucher Program. They're basically just saying, here's some cash for you, and use this for your rent. So would this possibly be a better option for people? Absolutely, right? We don't know how else to say it better. This would be a much better option, because here's the thing. A lot of times when somebody has a voucher, well, first off, you may be, very restricted as far as the places that you can actually rent. But then again, there's so much red tape. As you can see there in this article that I wanted to share with you, there's so much red tape as far as the inspections go and the approval and the acceptance and all of these different things to be able to get a place. And then who knows if you even get one in the first place, right? It's massive. And then all the people that are still waiting. I've talked to some of you here in the community that have been waiting for like 5 years, 8 years, 7 years, 10 years. I mean, massive amounts of time. We're not talking like a 3-month waiting list. No, we're talking years. And some people never, ever get approved for this. It's crazy to see what's going on with this. But with cash allowance, I mean, literally, it'd just be like a cash stipend. So every single month, like some of the other federal benefits that are out there, these individuals that'd be approved for this, rather than getting some voucher that you may not know you can even use or, struggle to find a place to use it on, now you have cash. You have the ability to use cash. Now you can go and maybe find a place and be like, hey, yeah, sure, I can pay rent, no problem. I don't have some voucher that you need to, go through this red tape for, but rather I just have cash. Sure, no problem. I can pay rent just using cash, or, obviously cash or cash equivalent, right? But you get my point here, right? So that's kind of the whole idea behind this, and not a bad strategy. So like I said earlier, this idea was actually originally floated back in the 70s. Now, they didn't really do a whole lot with it, but obviously things have changed in the last, 54 years or so, give or take a little bit. Things have obviously changed a lot. The voucher program was fine for a long time, but just like everything, a lot of things need to change. A lot of things need to evolve over time. And if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, I talk a lot about fixed income benefit programs, most notably one of them, like SSI, Supplemental Security Income. Another program that's great, but it's massively out of date from back in the early 70s when it was brought into inception, and then they haven't done anything with it since, for the most part, a few changes, but that's another program that's massively out of date. nothing wrong with coming in from time to time and making some necessary changes. And that's exactly what's going on with this as well. So I'd love to hear from you down below in the comment section. And who knows, maybe some high-ranking official from Section 8 or the Housing Choice Voucher Program, whatever. Maybe one of these people who's high-ranking authority will see this video, and maybe they'll take the time to read through the comment section. But I'd love to hear from you down below in the comment section. Do you think that monthly cash payments would be a better option than getting some potentially worthless voucher that you may not even be able to use? And I said potentially worthless voucher. Don't get me wrong. If you can use it, if you can find a place that accepts it and go through all the hurdles to get a place secured, then awesome. It worked for you. That's great. But like you could see in that article there that I shared with you, they said 40% of vouchers go unused. That's crazy, right? It's a lot of people that have been waiting forever and ever and ever to get approved, finally get a voucher, and then you can't use it? That's like the worst thing ever, right? That's like waiting around for the holidays. You know you're going to get a gift card. Somebody gives you a gift card. You go to the store to spend it and realize it has $0 on it. I mean, that's like a huge bummer right there, right? That's a really good way to kind of ruin the holidays. You get my point? Kind of the same situation here. You wait forever and ever and ever. You get a voucher, you get approved, you get awarded, and then they say, well, sorry, it actually has no value whatsoever. You can't even use the thing. It's kind of how it works. Same situation. So I'd love to hear from you down below in the comment section. If you've been on the waiting list for Section 8 or, the new name, Housing Choice, if you've been waiting forever to be approved for this, I'd love to hear your comments. Do you think it would not only be helpful to get a cash payment instead of a voucher, but do you think it'd possibly give the dignity back to some of these people a little bit? Because here's the thing. Do you think that possibly, and again, I know people aren't supposed to do this, but I'm just saying, I think we all recognize. Do you think that people that arrive with a voucher to possibly rent a place, do you think that they're possibly being judged a little bit? I'm going to say 100%. I know, equal housing and stuff like that. I totally agree. That's totally what we're supposed to do. But do you think there's maybe a little bit of judging that goes on? 100%. I totally think that there is, right? But if somebody just arrives to look at a place and say, yeah, no problem, I can pay rent, no problem, I'll just pay you however you need. Do you take a check? Can I pay you with a credit card? Can I pay you with a debit card? Can I, give you a wire transfer, whatever happens to be? Things like that. No problem. Sure. No problem whatsoever, right? And again, I know, all these different things that are going on, but again, would potentially getting a cash payment over a voucher give the dignity back to some of these people? I would say, in my honest opinion, 100%. A cash payment is much better off. It makes the person feel good, makes the person, have that flexibility to do whatever they want. They have the time, they have the flexibility with the cash. I mean, cash is flexible. You can do whatever you want with it, right? And there's also this idea that maybe you could use it to spend it on other things like food or clothing or utilities or whatever. That is still up in the air right now. That is not necessarily a thing that they're going to, definitely allow, but they're saying, hey, maybe they could just use this for other things too. But then the other side of the argument is, well, if we allow people to use the money on other things, then they're going to be delinquent on rent potentially. Good argument. I agree. That's a potential, fine line that you have to walk, is that potentially, yeah, I guess if somebody is using that money that's supposed to be used for rent on other things, well, then now where's the money for rent? I totally agree with you, right? Yeah, it's kind of it's a tough decision. But again, I'm not the decision maker. I'm just the messenger. Anyway, make sense? I hope this helps you. Please make sure to like the video. Totally, I appreciate it. Again, thumbs up button down below. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel as well. Big subscribe button right down below. I have videos here every single day on money, benefits, low income, fixed income, Social Security, SSDI, retirement saving, retirement survivors, spousal, SSI, VA, low income, no income, SNAP, EBT, low income benefits, food assistance, food stamps. You name it, I'm talking about all of it right here. Again, thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. Enjoy your day. Check out the other videos here on the channel, nearly 5,000 in the video library. I've hand-selected some major popular videos for you down below in the description at the top of the comment section. Check out those. Otherwise, right now, showing up on your screen as well, you'll see some videos right there. Check out one of those. Until next time, enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one, and I'll catch you again later.